feel a transcendental ecstasy coming from the spiritual stratum. In the material concept of life, we are busy in the matter of sense gratification. As we were in the lower animal stage, a little elevated from this status of sense gratification, one is engaged in mental speculation for the purpose of getting out of the material crisis. A little elevated from this speculative status, when one is intelligent enough, one tries to find out the supreme cause of all causes, within and without. And one is factually one the plane of spiritual understanding, surpassing the stages of senses, mind, and intelligence. He is then on the transcendental plane. This chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is enacted from the spiritual platform, and thus this sound vibration surpasses all over strata of consciousness, namely sensual, mental, and intellectual. There is no need, therefore, to understand the language of mantra. Neither is any need for mental speculation, nor any intellectual adjustment for chanting this Mahamantra. This is automatic from the spiritual platform, and as thus, anyone can take part in the chanting without any previous qualification. On the more advanced stage of the courses, one is not expected to commit offenses on the ground of spiritual understanding. In the beginning, there may not be the presence of all transcendental stages, which are 8 in numbers. These are: first, being stopped as dowdums; second, perspiration; third, standing of hairs on the body; fourth, dislocation of voice; 5, trembling; 6, fading of the body; 7th, crying in ecstasy; and 8, trance. But there is no doubt that chanting for a while tasks one immediately to the spiritual platform, and one shows the first symptom of this in the urges to dance along with the chanting of the mantra. We have seen this practically. Even a child can take part in the chanting and dancing. Of course, for one who is too entangled in material life, it takes a little more time to come to the standard point. But even such a materially engrossed man is rise to the spiritual platform very quickly. When the mantra is chanted by a pure devotee of Lord in love, it has the greatest efficacy on hearers. And as such, this chanting should be heard from the lips of a pure devotee of the Lord, so that immediate effects can be achieved. As far as possible, chanting from the lips of non-devotees should be avoided. Milk touched by the lips of a serpent has poisonous effects. The word Hara is the form of addressing the energy of the Lord, and the words Krishna and Rama are form of addressing the Lord himself. Both Krishna and Rama means the supreme pleasure, and Hara is the supreme pleasure energy of the Lord. Changes to Hare into vocative. The supreme pleasure energy of the Lord help us to reach the Lord. The material energy called Maya is also one of the multifarious energy of the Lord, and we, the living entities, are also the marginal energy of the Lord. The living entity are described as the superior to material energy. When the superior energy is in contact with the inferior energy, an incompatible situation arises. But when the superior marginal energy is in contact with the superior energy Hara, it is stabilized in its happy, normal condition. The three words, namely Hara, Hare, Krishna, and Rama, are the transcendental seeds of the Mahamantra. The chanting is a spiritual call for the Lord and his energy to give protection to the conditioned soul. And this chanting is exactly like the genuine cry of a child for his mother presence. Mother Hara helps the devotees achieve the Lord's Father grace, and the Lord reveals himself to the devotees who chant the mantra sincerely. No other means of spiritual realization is effective in this age of quarrel and hypocrisy as the chanting of Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Second part, the glories of the holy name. The holy name of the Krishna is transcendently blissful. It bestows all spiritual benedictions. For it is Krishna himself, the reservoir of all pleasure. Krishna name is complete and it is the form of all transcendental melodies. It is not a material name under any condition and it is no less powerful than Krishna himself. Since Krishna's name is not contaminated by the material qualities, there is no question of its being involved with Maya. Krishna's name is always liberated and spiritual. It is never conditioned by the laws of material nature. This is because the name of Krishna and Krishna himself are identical. Reference Padma Puran quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 17.133. I do not know how much nectar the two syllable Krishna had produced. When the holy name of Krishna is chanted, it appears to dance within the mouth. And when they desire many mouths, when that name enters the holy name of ears, we desire many millions of ears. And when the holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart. कितना लाइन पे 6-7 लाइन पे The holy name of the Krishna is transcendently blissful. It bestows all spiritual benedictions. For it is Krishna himself, the reservoir of all pleasure. Krishna's name is complete and it is the form of all transcendental melodies. It is not a material name under any condition and it is no less powerful than Krishna himself. Since Krishna's name is not contaminated by the material qualities, there is no question of being involved with Maya. Krishna's name is always liberated and spiritual. It is never conditioned by the laws of material nature. This is because the name of Krishna and Krishna himself are identical. Reference Padma Puran quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 17.133. I do not know how much nectar the two syllable Krishna had produced. When the holy name of Krishna is chanted, it appears to dance within the mouth. We then desire many mouths when that name enters the holy name of the ears. We desire many millions of ears. And when the holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, it conquers the activities of the mind and therefore all the senses become innate. Chanting the holy name is the chief means of attaining love of God. This chanting or devotional service does not depend on any paraphernalia, nor on one's having taken birth in a good family. By humility and meekness, one attracts the attention of Krishna. That is the verdict of all the Vedas. Therefore, if one becomes very humble and meek, he can easily attain the lotus feet of Krishna in this age of Kali. That is the fulfillment of all great sacrifices, penance and austerities. Because when one achieves ecstatic love of Godhead, he attains the complete perfection of life. Therefore, whatever one does in executing devotional service must be accompanied with the chanting of holy name of the Lord. Reference Srila Jeev Goswami in Bhakti Sandarbh 2.70, quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita Antilila 4.71. The holy name is non-different from Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and whenever it is chanted without offenses by anyone, Krishna appears personally and on the tongue of that person. Therefore, the devotee says, "What is the use of only one tongue? I desire more millions of tongues. And what is the use of only two ears? With them, I can perceive too little of Krishna's transcendental nature. I desire millions of ears." As the Brihan Naradiya Puran emphasizes, chanting the holy name is not only the most powerful, but also the most suitable method of attaining spiritual knowledge in Kali Yuga. In this age of Kali, there is no alternative. There is no alternative. There is no alternative for spiritual progress than the holy name of the holy name, and the holy name of the Lord. Reference Brihan Naradiya Puran 3.8.126, quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 7.71. This is confirmed in the Kali Santarn Upanishad, which presents a conversation between Narad Muni and Lord Brahma. This conversation took place at the beginning of Kali Yuga. Narad Muni asked Brahma, "How can I fallen souls be liberated in Kali Yuga?" Brahma answered, "This is the real secret of all Vedic scriptures, which helps you to cross the miserable ocean of Kali Yuga. Simply through the chanting of holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, men are purified in this age of Kali." Narad Muni again asked, "Which name is it?" Brahma answered, "Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare." These 16 names are composed of 32 syllables. As the Brihan Naradiya Puran emphasized, chanting the holy name is not only the most powerful, but also the most suitable method of attaining spiritual knowledge in the Kali Yuga. In this age of Kali, there is no alternative for spiritual progress than the holy name of the Lord. Reference Brihan Naradiya Puran 3.8.126, quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 7.71. This is confirmed in the Kali Santarana Upanishad, which presents a conversation between Narad Muni and Lord Brahma. This conversation took place at the beginning of Kali Yuga. Narad Muni asked Brahma, "How can I, the fallen souls, be liberated in Kali Yuga?" Brahma answered, "This is the real secret of all Vedic scriptures, which helps you to cross the miserable ocean of Kali Yuga. Simply through the chanting of the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, men are purified in this age of Kali." Narad Muni again asked, "Which name is it?" Brahma answered, "Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare." These 16 names, composed of 32 syllables, are the only means to counteract the destructive influence of Kali Yuga. After having studied the Vedas, we cannot find a method of religion more appropriate for this age than the chanting of Hare Krishna. Thus, the Mahamantra, consisting of 16 names, destroys the gross and subtle material covering of the jiva. Then the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna will appear before him like the brilliant beams of sun after the clouds are dispelled. Reference Kali Santarn Upanishad 2.7, quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 3.40. The effects of the holy name are described by Srila Sanatana Goswami. All glories to the all blissful holy name of Sri Krishna, which causes the devotees to give up all conventional religious duties meditation, and worship. When somehow or other uttered even once by a living entity, the holy name awards him liberation. The holy name of Krishna is the highest nectar. It is my very life and my only treasures. Reference Brihad Bhagavatamrita 1.9 quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita Antilila 4.71. In the Brihad Vishnu Puran it is said, simply by chanting one holy name of Hari, a sinful man can counteract the reaction to more sin than he is able to commit. Quoted in Srimad Bhagavatam 6.2.7. The holy name displays its force even when chanted unknowingly or unintentionally. In this connection, the story is told of a Muslim who had contracted severe injuries after eating a spoiled meat. Following the call of nature, he ran into the wood, but he was too weak to be able to get on his feet after evacuating. All this had been perceived by a wild boar, which regarded human estimates as a delicious meal and was impatiently waiting to swallow it. Finally, the wild boar could no longer control his senses. He attracted the poor man and pierced his heart with its tusk. Dying, the Muslim cried, Haram, Haram. An Arabic word refers to anything that is prohibited by the Islamic faith. In this word, the syllable of the holy name Rama are contained. Thus, the Muslim unintentionally chanted the holy name and attained moksha. This is the result of chanting the holy name unconsciously just for one time. He can hardly imagine how effective it is to be chant the holy name constantly and consciously. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we hear of the 9 processes of devotional service. The most important is to always chant the holy name of the Lord. If one does so, avoiding the 10 kinds of offenses, one very easily obtains the most valuable love of Goddess. Reference Chaitanya Charitamrita Antilila 4.71. As long as we are on the platform of Nama Prabhu or Nama Bhas, our chanting will not be tasteful. Simply by continuing the chant, we will certainly make an experience of Krishna's real nature. Srila Rupa Goswami compares this to a patient suffering from jaundice. The holy name characters, pastimes, and activities of Krishna are all transcendentally sweet like a sugar candy. Although the tongue of one afflicted by the jaundice of avidya, ignorance, cannot taste anything sweet. It is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, a natural release awakens within his tongue. His tongue and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root. In the Brihad Vishnu Sahas Nam Sutra, 1000 names of Vishnu are enumerated as there are so many names of God. The question may arise, which name should be chanted? In this connection, the following verses is spoken by Lord Shiva to his wife Durga. I chant the holy name of Rama, 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 and thus enjoy the beautiful sun. The holy name of Ramachandra is equal to 1000 of holy name of the Lord Vishnu. The Brahman Puran. The pious results derived from chanting the 1000 names of Vishnu 3 times can be attained by only one repetition of the holy name of the Lord, of the Krishna. In other words, one name of Krishna is 3 times as powerful as the name of Rama. And one name of Rama is equal to 1000 names of Vishnu. That gives an hint to the importance of the holy name of Krishna and Rama. There is the relationship between the chanting of the Brahman adds, the pious results derived from chanting of 1000 names of Vishnu 3 times can be attained by only one repetition of the holy name of Krishna. The other word, one name of Krishna is 3 times as powerful as the name of Rama. And one name of Rama is equal to 1000 name of Vishnu. This gives a hint to the importance of the names of Krishna and Rama. There is a relationship between the chanting of the holy name and the different levels of devotional service. It is possible to recognize a Vaishnava by the manners of his chanting, as explained by the Lord Chaitanya. A first-class Vaishnava is he whose very presence makes others chant the holy name of Krishna. Reference Chaitanya Madhya Lila 16.74. Srila Prabhupada is one such first-class Vaishnava. By his mercy alone, people are able to chant Krishna's holy name. Whenever they come across a devotee of the Hare Krishna movement in public, they exclaim, "Oh, here is a Hare Krishna." In this way, begin to chant. Third, the meaning of the holy name. It is an offense to interpret the meaning of holy name according to one's own conceptions. One should adopt the explanation given by Srila Prabhupada and the scriptures. The Hare Krishna Mahamantra consists of 32 syllables and 3 different names, Hare Krishna and Rama. Krishna means the all attractive. The syllable Krishna is the attractive aspects of the Lord, and Na is derived from the word Ananda, spiritual bliss. Thus, the name of Krishna contains God's most attractive and pleasant aspects. The Nirukiti dictionary renders a further explanation. Krishna means either to draw or the entire existence, and Na stands for termination. Krishna therefore also means he who draws the conditioned souls to him, and he who finishes the material existence of the birth and death. Rama means spiritual enjoyment. It is a name of Sri Balarama, but also of Sri Ramachandra. In Hyderabad, 2 sannyasis of our movement discussed the question whether the name Rama truly refers to the one or the other. Finally, they asked Srila Prabhupada for his Siddhanta conclusion. Srila Prabhupada answered, as 2 Vaishnava authorities, there is no difference between Balram and Ramachandra, for both are God. Thus, Rama can mean Balrama and Ramachandra as well. Hare is the vocative case addressing form of Hari. This is another name of Krishna, he who grants liberation. The name Hare, however, also refers to another personalities. When Sukadeva Goswami recited the Srimad Bhagavatam, he avoided pronouncing the name of Radha or Srimati Radharani, for had the 2 syllable Radha directly passed his lips, Sukadeva Goswami, who immediately have fallen into transcendental ecstasy. As soon as he spoke the name of Srimati Radharani, the most excellent of all gopis, he became so overwhelmed by remembering her that he could not continue to speak. Therefore, he only once mentioned the word Aradhita, a certain gopis who worship Krishna the best. This is the only reference to Srimati Radharani in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Sukadeva Goswami never pronounced the name Radha because otherwise he would have been unable to complete his advice to Maharaj Parishit in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. Another name of Radharani is Hara, and Hare is again the vocative case of this name. Thus, Hare refers either to Lord Hari or to Srimati Radharani. In including, we can say that the Mahamantra expresses the flowing prayers. O energy of Krishna, Hare, Radhe. O Krishna, please engage me in your devotional service. Hare Krishna means addressing him. O my Lord, O my Lord's energy. So when you addresses somebody, you want to ask for something. If they replied, yes, why are you calling? Then we ask, please engage me in your message. This is the prayer. Lecture from 1274 in Bombay. In this way, Srila Prabhupada explained the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and we should act carefully avoid concocting our own interpretation. The fourth, the effect of holy name. Cheto darpana marjanam bhava mahadavagri nirvapanam Shreya Karva Chandrika Vitaranam Vidya Badho Jevanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatma Saram Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Let there be all victory for the chanting of holy name of Lord Krishna, which can cleanse the mirror of heart and stop the miseries of the blazing fire of material existence. That chanting is the waxing moon that spread the white lotus of good fortune for all living entities. It is the life and soul of all education. The chanting of holy name of Krishna expands the blissful ocean of transcendental life. It gives a cooling effect to everyone and enables one to taste full nectar at every step. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Shikshastra. The first verse is first, Cheto Darpan Marjanam. The mirror of the heart is purified. The material minds resemble a mirror covered by the dust of innumerable material impressions. They are collected in many lives and prevents one from recognizing the eternal spiritual form of the soul. The dust grains on the mirror of the mind are subtle. They consist mainly of desire to enjoy separately from Krishna and of bad habits of anarthas. The original spiritual mind, however, is free from the dust of material covering, and by chanting the holy name, this dust is removed and the spiritual state of the mind is re-stabilized. This spiritual mind allows one to recognize the real form of the self. Srila Prabhupada described this state as awaking from an evil dreams. Second, Bhava Mahadavagri Nirvapana. Chanting extinguishes the suffering of the tremendous blazing fire of material existence. In the daily morning prayers, the spiritual master is addressed. The spiritual master is receiving benediction from an ocean of mercy. Just as a cloud pours water on a forest, fire to the extinguishes it. So the spiritual master delivers the materially affected world by extinguishing the blazing fire of material existence. Sri Guru Ashtaka, part 1. The fire of material existence is extinguished by the nectarian rain of the holy name, and the holy name is received from the spiritual master. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada says that the most important instruction of the spiritual master is to chant 16 rounds daily. Third part, Shreya Karva Chandrika Vitaranam. Chanting resembles the cooling moon rains, which causes the white lotus of good fortune for auspiciousness to burst into bloom. A white lotus flowers fully blooms when it is touched by the moon rays. Similarly, the moonlight of the holy name reveals all auspicious things to the serious chanter. And even one chants on the Namavas stage, which is not at the perfected stage, he will be freed from all past sins, which makes him suffer. Fourth part, Vidya Badhu Jivanam. Chanting is the life and soul of all knowledge. The Sanskrit word Badhu means bride. In the heart of a devotee who chants the holy name, Bhakti Devi, the bride of the Lord, appears together with her two sons, name, knowledge, and renunciation. Chanting evokes transcendental knowledge in the heart and naturally relieves one from the unhealthy grip of material attachment. Fifth part, Ananda Buddhi Vardhana. Chanting erases the auspicious ocean of transcendental life. This means that the whole spiritual life develops from one's chanting like a big trees which grows out of a seed. Sixth part, Pratipadam Purna Amrita Swadanam. On every step, chanting conveys a perfect sublime nectar. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur writes on this connection. The holy name is the bud of the flower of divine love and is the very abode of astonishing melodies. Such is the power Krishna manifests that when his holy name starts to blossom a little further, it then reveals his own divine forms and qualities. Thus, my heart is adopted and taken directly to Krishna. Blossoming fully, the flowers of holy name takes me to the Braja and reveals to him his own love dalliances. This name gives to me my own eternal spiritual body, keeps me right by Krishna's sides, and completely destroyed everything related to this mortal flame of mind. The name of Krishna is a transcendental touchstone of mind of all devotional melodies. It is eternally liberated and the embodiment of pure rasa. When all impediments to the pure chanting of the holy name are taken away and destroyed, then my happiness will know it true awakening. Sri Nama Mahatma, verse number 6 to 8. The seventh path is Sarva Atma Aspanam. Chanting has a cooling and refreshing effect on every stage. The desire to enjoy material life is to its utmost extent is like a spreading fever or fire which affects the conditioned soul and tempts him to act sinfully, every against his own will. Sri Krishna explained in the Bhagavad Gita, it is lust only, which is born of contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into wrath, and which is the all devouring sinful enemies of the world. Bhagavad Gita 3.37. By chanting the holy name, however, this fever is lowered and thus one's material life ends. One who is always sincerely engaged in hearing and chanting of the holy name will be able to remember the Lord's in the hour of death. Then he will be elevated to the spiritual kingdom. The fifth path, the holy name is the Yuga Dharma. In this age of Kali, there is no religious principle other than the chanting of holy name, which is the essence of all Vedic hymns. Oh. That is the purport of all scriptures. Reference Chaitanya Charitamrita. मैं बुलाऊं क्या? The chanting of the holy name is the Yuga Dharma, the religious process for the present age of Kali. The Srimad Bhagavatam explains the different ages of world and their corresponding Yuga Dharma as follows. Srimad Bhagavatam 12.13.52. Sati Yuga, meditating on Vishnu. Treta Yuga, performing sacrifices. Dwapar Yuga, worshipping the deities of the Lord. And the Kali Yuga, chanting the holy name of the Lord. Thus, wherever results was obtained in the other ages by their respective Yuga Dharma can be obtained in Kali Yuga simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. There is a special reason for this, which is explained by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In this age of Kali, the holy name of the Lord, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, is the incarnation of Lord Krishna. Simply by chanting the holy name, one associates with the Lord directly. Anyone who does this is certainly delivered. Reference Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila 17.22. An interesting statement in this regard is found in Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Sri Krishna Samhita. He described that after analyzing people's level of advancement, The past compilers of the scriptures have established appropriate holy names to deliver one in the different ages. They are called Tarak Brahmanam. Also, the condition of the light decreases from age to age. There is active progression in the Doj mantra in terms of devotional melody, rasa, which they provide. The holy name to deliver one is the first age Satyuga are as follows. These are all names of the Lord. Again invoke Lord Narayana. Proves, however, the names of Madhusudana, the killer of Madhu demons, and Kansafur indicates the rasa of friendship, Sakya. For Krishna's friends, it is natural to address Krishna in this way. Thus, in Treta Yuga, fully Dasya and a reflection of Sakya ras are present, but the mood of veneration is still prevalent. In Dwapar Yuga, the age before Kali Yuga, the following mantra was enchanted: Hare Murari Madhu Kaitabar Bhare Gopal Govinda Mukunda Sore Yajnesa Narayana Krishna Vishnu Nirasrayam Mam Jagdish Raksha. O Lord Hari, four of the demons, Mura, Madhu and Kaitaba. O Gopala, Govinda, Sauri. O Mukunda, who awards liberation. O Narayana, Lord of all sacrifice. O Krishna, O Vishnu, Lord of the universe, please protect me, since I have no other shelter. The name that are mentioned in this verses is towards Krishna, who is the shelter of unsheltered person. In this stage, there is a predominance of Santa, Dasya, Sakya, and Vatsala Rasa. The Tarak Brahma Nam for age of Kali, finally it is none other than the Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
हो गया रिबन डाल दो
ये
रिबन जूस देने का वाला जूस दे देना हाँ नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रह्लादलाददायिने हिरण्याकाशीपूर्वक्षः शिलाटङ्कनखालाय इतो नरसिंहा परतो नरसिंहा यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहा बाहे नरसिंहा हृदये नरसिंहा नरसिंहामदिं शरणं प्रपदे नरसिंहामदिं शरणं प्रपदे तब कर कमलावरे नखाम अद्भुत श्रृंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगम केशवघृता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश केशवघृत नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज ओम उग्रं विग्रं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ओम उग्रं विग्रं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ओम उग्रं विग्रं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ओम उग्रं विग्रं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ओम उग्रं विग्रं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ओम उग्रं विग्रं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ओम जय नरसिंह जय नरसिंह जय 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 श्री नरसिंह मैं अभी कुत्ता हटा सुखा दूंगा उसको। हाँ, उसको सुखाने में थोड़ा सा बढ़ जाएगी। जय जय श्री राम नमो विष्णुदाय विष्णु
नहीं वो मनाया नहीं ठीक से मतलब ये काट दीजिए
जय श्री कृष्ण
उसको बस वो
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे
गुड़गांव से 5 बजे निकले हैं तो शाम को यहाँ के लिए 5 बजे निकलेंगे 7 बजे ट्रैफिक रहता है। हाँ ठीक है आ जाएंगे शाम को 5 बजे ट्रैफिक रहेगा मीटिंग के लिए आएंगे ना। एक रात के लिए जब इधर आएंगे तो फिर कितने दिन मीटिंग एक दिन है ना। कौन सी मीटिंग ये मीटिंग उधर 29 को कुछ इधर जाएगा 4 को क्लोज है आपकी वेबसाइट
रुमाल ओरा
Mau pakai apa?